Patrick McKeever joins us now with his outlook for retail sales and consumer spending. He's senior retail analyst at MKM Partners. Patrick, welcome. Good to have you with us. Who's spending this spring and where are they spending?
Well, as you just talked about, the numbers were not so great in March. We've got this Easter shift. Easter is 3 weeks later this year than it was last year. So it's not easy to get a read on the consumer. We're coming out of a tough winter, and there was some hibernation going on there. It was a terrible fourth quarter for most retailers, really one of the worst that I've seen in my, 15 years or so of covering retail stocks. So it's not easy to get a read on the consumer. Frankly, there aren't a lot of bright spots out there, and we've seen some weakness in some of the stalwart areas of retailing, like the dollar stores, for example. Family Dollar reported last week they had a close to 4% decrease in their same-store sales in the most recent quarter. So it's not a great environment. I think we'll see a bounce, but we haven't really gotten it yet.
You mentioned about dollar stores, Patrick, and Courtney in her piece was talking about good business at Costco. When you look at the retail sector, which are the kinds of companies that are doing well and which are the ones that are struggling?
Well, within my space, I cover discount retail, so I cover sort of the value end or the low end of retail. And the sector that's continued to perform pretty well is off-price apparel, so that's TJX and Ross stores. And when I go out and look at stores and try to gauge traffic, the one that jumps out as a better check tends to be TJ Maxx, Marshalls, HomeGoods. So there's some, I think, continued strength in that area. And then we've got Costco. The drugstores have been doing pretty well, but that's not the front end. That's more the pharmaceutical side of the business. And then home improvement's been doing pretty well with Home Depot and Lowe's. So, those are your bright spots. And then on the weaker end, as we know, as we all know, the teen apparel names have been very weak. Abercrombie and American Eagle and Aeropostale.
My wife just can't get enough of HomeGoods, by the way, Patrick. She is in there at least once a week. They got something that speaks to her. It doesn't speak to me, but it speaks to her. Can you take me through the two big ones, Target and Walmart, whether you cover them or not? Where do they fit in today's retail environment?
Sure, and I do cover both of those stocks. So, Walmart had 4 quarters of negative same-store sales in 2013, and I'm looking for flattish comps in the current quarter, so not looking for much of a change there. The big issue for them has been store traffic, which has been down at their core business, which is the Walmart U.S. Supercenter business. Target has had a different set of issues. They've had weak traffic trends, but they've also been dealing with Canada, which they went into in a major way last year, and it's been a very tough endeavor for them. And then, of course, they're coming out of this the data breach over the holidays, and that has really hurt their business. So, the outlook, frankly, isn't that great for either company in the near term.
All right, so what is it going to take to change the mood of the consumer? You said that it's been a really rough period. We get a bad winter and all of that. But what has to happen over the next couple of months to put consumers in the buying mood? In all of your experience, what are the usual trends?
Well, certainly it'd be nice to have the employment market heat up a little bit more. I mean, the jobs numbers have been okay, but not great. That lower income consumer, I think, still feels like they're in a recession. They haven't really come out. So some jobs growth would be nice. Maybe, I know that the housing market has slowed a bit more recently. Maybe a bounce there would help. And then, the other thing that hurt business last year, frankly, was Washington. And if we get some more stabilization and more clarity around policy, I think that'll help the consumer this year.
All right, Patrick, I'll see you in the parking lot at HomeGoods, okay? I won't be inside. Patrick McKeever, retail analyst at MKM Partners. Thanks for being with us.